So my name is Richard Van Horn. I currently work at Interpublic Group. My role there, and my role in general for the past 25 years, has been information security and technology risk. So I make sure that systems are secure and protect our clients' privacy and make sure they're reliable and always up and running. Automation and security either interact or don't interact. For example, in automation makes things happen fast and faster. If you have a security issue or a data breach or whatever have you, the automation makes it happen so much faster. So, for example, we've had in the financial services markets, we've had, it was mentioned earlier today by the main speaker, a flash crash in 2010, where the automation was so advanced, the crash was literally in minutes. And I don't know the exact dollar amounts, but automation in that context made the crash and the issue expand exponentially to a major financial disruption. So in our field of security, we worry about automation and how it can compound a security event. Financial services, when we have automation, and automation goes right or wrong, it involves money and cash. I have colleagues who work in manufacturing, and they always tell me when your automation doesn't work, someone loses a little bit of money, which is always a problem. But in manufacturing, when automation goes awry, things can really go bad. So a friend of mine works in the airline industry, and their tolerances for mistakes, errors are very finite because planes crash. And so if you automate things in manufacturing, it's a stretch of a conversation, but if you automate things in manufacturing and they go bad, you lose more than just a little bit of money. And so that's where I'm fascinated with the expansion of automation from financial services to other, it's expanding on financial services as well, but it's going to other industries where automation would have different impacts that I'm worried about. I'm always worried about bad things happening, and the joke we've been talking about in my field is coordinated attacks, where 4 or 5 years ago in the financial services world, there was a coordinated attack on ATMs, where some attackers knew how to compromise an ATM. They went after a few hundred ATMs at the exact same time. I forget the numbers, but I think it was like around $40 million of stolen cash from ATMs, and I need to verify those numbers. But my worry is that kind of coordinated attack in another automated industry. So with automated driving and autonomous cars, the joke is someone makes all the cars turn right at the exact same time. That would be a big problem, and those are things that I worry about in terms of the future of automation. Those mistakes and or attacks having major disruptions. We've had cases in financial services where, again, per the speaker this morning, we've had trading glitches, they're called. The press calls these things glitches, where a trading algorithm runs amok, and loses a lot of money. There's a good example called Knight Capital, where they had a trading error that was easily discovered after the fact. They just missed it along the path, and they lost $400 million in about an hour, and they were out of business. And so any advice I would give is operational excellence is critical for automation, intelligent automation, because when you automate, make sure it runs well, it's working as intended, there aren't bugs in the software that could go left or right, and it has to be held to a high degree of quality, like in manufacturing, where the software has to work as well as a plane can fly, because the automation has to work, or you could have very significant problems. The keynote today from Stephen Reminders was, I think, spot on in terms of financial services automation and how we've learned a lot of lessons as part of our evolution in this space. We've seen a lot of mistakes and a lot of issues. I think that is a good message to give other industries moving in this direction.